Today on the 411, Senator Dino Melaye counters the views and opinion of Senator Kabir Garba Marafa on the state of the 8th Senate, how its leadership was formed, and the creation of new committees. Thank you so much for joining me on another exciting episode of the 411. I'm Aanu Michael, and today I'm presently in the office of Senator Dino Melaye. He is the senator representing Kogi West and also, the Chairman Senate Committee on Media and Publicity for the 8th Senate. So this is basically a follow-up interview to the interview we had with Senator Kabir Garba Marafa concerning the 8th Senate and the creation of new committees by the 8th Senate, as well as his refusal to chair, to be the chairman of Population and National Identity. So basically, that is what we're going to be discussing today. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on the 411.
The pleasure is always mine.
All right, sir. So what are your views basically in regards, Senator Marafa's views on the Senate leadership, as well as, the creation of new committees by the Senate leadership?
I want to start by saying that as manifested by even the Minister of the FCT, who was a senator in the Senate, it's not every senator that passes through the National Assembly, or particularly the Senate, that the Senate pass through. Because it would be laughable for Senator Marafa to say that the election of Senator Bukola Saraki did not follow constitutional procedure. I mean, that would be laughable, because even the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in congratulating Senator Saraki, did said that the election followed through constitutional provisions. And the national chairman of the APC also so said that the election was in accordance with laid down regulations, laws, and extant rules of the Senate. The Senate, the convocation of the Senate is premised on a letter from the President to convoke the Senate. And the President did send a letter to convoke the Senate. The President did not send any other letter stopping the convocation of the Senate, and that letter was read by the appropriate person, who is the clerk of the National Assembly. And immediately the letter was read, there was call for nomination. Senator Bukola Saraki was validly nominated and seconded. And unfortunately, or fortunately, there were no other nomination. So he emerged unopposed. So I will not understand the myopic, porous, and parochial perception that the Senate President was not properly nominated or his election not validated. I mean, that will be coming from a daydreamer.
What he said basically was, how the Senate leadership was created, being an APC member, as well as the creation of new committees, which he felt was illegally done. That was his stand, yes. So technically, what are your own views concerning this?
That's also another big lie. Because Senator Marafa, being a second-term senator, knows that when you want to reject a position, where to reject the position is not on the pages of newspaper or during press conferences. You will stand up in the Senate and reject whatever you want to reject. And after the announcement of Marafa as the chairman of the National Population Commission, he has not even laid a complaint about his appointment on the floor of the Senate. As far as the Senate is concerned, he's the chairman of that committee, and I have seen his complimentary card carrying chairman of the National Population Commission. And there was an interview on Saturday in the Punch newspaper. There's another interview on Sunday, Punch newspaper. 2 full pages interview by Marafa. The heading is Marafa, Chairman, Senate Committee on national population, and he's yet to revert that. So if he told you that he rejected the chairmanship of any committee, I will tell you it is not true. Ahmed Lawal, even today, had a budget defense meeting with the Committee on Defense. So if Ahmed Lawal is already carrying out his oversight functions as a committee chairman, and I wouldn't understand why Marafa will be playing to the gallery. And as I speak to you, I'm aware that Marafa is also lobbying for to chairman even some of the committees that are vacant right now. So maybe that will be playing to the gallery. As far as we are concerned in the Senate, anyone who is not interested in any particular committee or chairmanship of any committee or leadership of any committee will raise a point of order on the floor of the Senate. Because anything that is not in the hazards of the Senate, anything that is not in the vote and proceedings of the Senate, definitely have no any legal backing. So maybe to sensationalize the media or carry out what I call paper tigerism, you may want to. But the truth of the matter is that in the records of the Senate, he is the chairman of that committee. Then coming to the issue of committees, that's another very myopic approach from a supposed senator, because once you expand committees and the question was put by the Senate or is put by the Senate President, and there's a reaction to it, and it reflects in the vote and proceedings the following day, it is already certified by all members present. And the vote and proceedings was adopted the following day with Marafa in attendance. So Marafa is part and parcel of those who actually approved those the increase rather in the number of committees, and even the chairman so appointed and membership so appointed. And in one of the new constituted committees, I have seen Marafa attending one of their oversight functions. So I wouldn't understand.
Looking at your point from where you're coming from, Senator Marafa is APC, you're APC, the Senate President is also APC. There seems to be a division within the APC in the legislative arm of the government here. So from this, can we say the APC is weak? You know, is there a division within the APC? Because everybody doesn't seem to be on the same page.
Anyway, I want to say that there's no division in the APC, not at all, especially in the Senate. Democracy will continue to be a game of number, while individuals and selected characters can decide to disagree with popular opinions. Bukola Saraki, on 3 different occasions, got a vote of confidence by over 80 senators. And just yesterday again, we had another meeting, and we have 86 senators appending their signature in support of the leadership of Bukola Saraki in the Senate. So out of 109 senators, close to 90 senators are on the same page. So if one senator, because no other person has joined Marafa in his public display of ignorance, no other senator have joined him. Even this so-called Unity Forum leadership and all that, nobody has made any statement against the Senate President apart from Marafa. So you can't call that a division. You cannot call it a division. And every individual is expected to exercise his freedom of expression. And Marafa, being a senator, there's freedom of the press. The APC caucus is strong, is virile, is dependable, is reliable. And by the grace of God, the party in this country is very solid. Massive decamping every day from other political parties to the APC. So you cannot say that we are weak. Okay. If we are weak, it would be demonstrated in our numbers. And we are gaining mileage on a daily basis, political mileage. It's very dangerous for... The Senate is the apex legislative body in this country. And we do expect that people who will come to the Senate should have legislative rudimentary training, go through some orientation, either through the State House of Assembly or the House of Reps. It becomes very dangerous for one who will just come from nowhere, especially a man who runs a restaurant. And then from running a restaurant, streets you become a senator, definitely there will be negative concomitant effects of your services in the Senate. If Marafa had gone through the House of Assembly or gone through the House of Representatives, I can assure you that his disposition will be very, very, very different. But just coming from never being a civil servant, never been a political appointee, never been a legislator, just from running a two restaurant in Kaduna, you find yourself in the Senate, then definitely you will be cantankerous. Definitely you will not move the way the people majority are moving.
On a lighter note now, you recently got a band. You know, you were titled in Kwara State as the German Okuta. First of all, that was a very regal attire. Does that come with a title?
Basically, by that title, I'm a member of the traditional, the Emirate Council of the Okuta Kingdom. And the reasons given by the Emir for this honor is, according to him, I stand on anti-corruption, my being voice of the voiceless and standing for the underprivileged and the malnourished and all that. So, according to him, that is what actually motivated the kingdom, the Emirates, to bestow me with this title that I really appreciate. And that actually makes it my 19th title.
Well, if you're just joining us, that was Senator Dino Melaye on the 411. We're talking the Senate, you know, the 8th Senate leadership, creation of new committees, and every thing pertaining to what's going on right now in the Senate. Until next time, I'm Aanu Michael. Bye-bye.